Alright guys, welcome back. So this is my database management series. So DBMS. Alright, the long term is database management system. Right, I previously told you in my web development series. If you don't watch my web development series, you can watch that playlist. I will pop that link above my video. So in that series I would bring you a DBMS series. So then it's time to start that series. So first I want to say thank you all the support of my channel, and also in that web development series I get more people, I mean subscribes, likes and all the comments. So then I have a real responsibility to give you a interesting and valuable contents. Well, then I have a thought to bring you a DBMS series. So this is database management system series. So we have 50 videos to do in this series. So I bring you this series. This is I think this will be important for you. So this is the first one of this series. This is the first video. So I have to introduce what is database management and how we can access this database management to our computer. So what are the softwares, and after that I will explain you what kind of stuff we can do in this series. So then I will teach you DBMS series starting at easiest point to most hardest point. So you know what I mean. So in this first video I am going to talk about easiest part of the DBMS series. So I'm going to make a database and make some tables for you, and that is the easiest and most basic part of this DBMS series. And after that we are going to our last video, I mean 50th video. Now we can do some most hardest part in our DBMS series. So alright, let's get it. So briefly I will explain about this DBMS. So this long term is database management system. So database management system is just a software to create and manage database, allowing users to create and read, update, and especially we can delete data in the database. So that's a software. So that these all 4 functions we can do with that software. So if we say this is essentially nothing more than a computerized data keeping system, because users of this system, that means we are given to facilities to perform several kind of operations on such a system for either manipulation of this data in the database or the management of the structure. Now you can see we can manipulate and structure our data with this database management system software, and also we can create and read, update and delete our data and use our data for our company purposes and other things. So with this software, so in this series we can use some softwares to explain about this DBMS, and one of my favorite software is HeidiSQL. So I will show you the HeidiSQL later. And I want to say, if you are using a Apple laptop or something like that, you can use Navicat software. So you can search on Google as a Navicat and get the Navicat software, and you can download it. Then there is some simple step to follow, and if you follow that steps, you want to give the root name and root password, and keep memorize it until you date, because if you forget that password, you can't go and click that forget password hyperreference and get the password. So if you forget that password, you want to reinstall your database and start your things like new things. That means you lost your progress, and you can back up your progress. That's another thing I will explain about you in this series. So you need to reinstall your software and get the new password. There is no option to do. So memorize your password when you type it, and root name you must give a port type 3306 port type. So I will show you that. So in this series we can use some softwares. One of my favorites and easy one is HeidiSQL. So I will recommend that. So you can also use HeidiSQL to do these things. And our main software is MySQL. So we need to install MySQL as the first thing, and after we can get our another softwares like HeidiSQL, Navicat, and other things. So we can also do these things in MySQL. And alright guys, sorry for the weird cut. So I have got some issues in my PC. So we are talking about HeidiSQL. So we can open our database and tables using MySQL or HeidiSQL or Navicat. We can open that same functions. We can do all the same functions in Navicat. So I recommend you open the HeidiSQL, or MySQL is also easy. So we want to use MySQL also in this DBMS series because we have to design ER diagrams. So ER diagram is a design, just a design. So we can just make some tables and design it, and design that relationships. We have some relationships to connect with tables. So one of them is one-to-one relationship, many-to-many relationships, all of these. So when we want to connect tables with that relationships, we want to make some ER diagrams and do it. So when we design ER diagrams, we can't use Navicat or HeidiSQL. We need to choose that MySQL software only, because we don't have any functions in HeidiSQL or Navicat to design ER diagrams. So ER diagram, I will explain that ER diagram in my next few videos. So I think in the 5th video I can explain that the ER diagram, what is that ER diagram, and what kind of things we can do with that ER diagram. So in this video I will show you the most basic part in the database management system. So now I will show you what is the softwares and how we can get them. Right, I previously told you we need to install our MySQL software at the first. After we can download another softwares like HeidiSQL or Navicat. So we want to install MySQL first. So I will show you what are the steps. So this is kind of a little presentation, and I will explain you about this really briefly. So alright, now I will talk about how to install MySQL correctly for Mac computer. So if you have an Apple computer, you need to give like this. You can see like this, and install software is your password, and this window pop-ups, and this is our MySQL software, and this is the first menu, and we need to continue, and we are going to this use a strong password encryption. MySQL 8 supports new stronger authentication method based on SH like this, and all new installation of this MySQL server should be use this method. Connectors and clients that don't support this method will be unable to connect to MySQL server. Currently, connectors and community drivers that use lead MySQL client, that is a file 8 support the new method. So we click next, and we go to next, and now you have to give the root password here. Your root name is root, or you can change it however, and start MySQL once the installation is complete, and after you can finish it. And now we can get this MySQL software in our desktop as our desktop icon. So like this, this kind of dolphin, you can get it. Alright, now we need to open the software, and it shows like this. So we have nothing more things to do in this Mac computer. We can easily install our MySQL software to Mac computer. So we have some tasks to do in our Windows computer. So now I will show you how to install MySQL correctly for a Windows computer. So this will be the most important part, because most people have Windows computers and some have Apple computers, but more people have Windows computers. So this will be the important part in this video. So you need to Google search and get the MySQL app, MySQL software, and you need to select your if your computer is 32-bit or 64-bit, you can get whatever you want. Get the suitable software and open the file, and you can see like this. Choose a setup type, and you want to choose this developer default and click next, and you can go to this check requirements, and you can see like this products, and don't select anything. You can go to next, and now you can see these MySQL servers, workbench, shell, router, connectors, connector C, like this C++, Python, all of things. You need to select all of things, because if you miss something, your software is misbehaving. So you need to select all of things and click next, and go to next step. You can see like this, and configure type is development computer, and your port is, I told you about the port. Your port is set to 3306, and if it is 6 is 3306 is busy, so you can try 3307. So export protocol code is this, you can't change this. So TCP IP, and you want to set on this, and next, click the next. And now we have in authentication method. So now we want to use a strong password to encryption the authentication, and this is recommended thing for MySQL. And MySQL 8 support a new authentication based on improved strong these code based password methods. It's recommended that all new MySQL server installation use this method going forward. So you need to select this and click on next, and now you have root password, then you need to repeat the password. So now you want to memorize it until due date, because if you forgot this, you have to start your progress as a new one. So you need to reinstall this software and install this again, and you need to give a new password, then memorize it. So when you once give this password, you need to memorize it and repeat the password. You can't copy and paste on this. Don't be silly things, don't do silly things. You need to memorize the root password, then repeat the password. And if you can't memorize it, if you are a busy person, you have short memory loss or something, you can save this password in your notepad, then hide it anywhere, and you can get it. So when we do this, click next, and now you can see this window service, and you can set like this, and next, and now like this, apply configurations. Now your apply configurations are all successful. You can see like this kind of ticks, writing configuration files, updating and adjusting and initializing and starting the server, applying security settings, updating start menu link, and all these are successful. You can see like this was successful. Click finish to continue. So you can click finish to continue, and now it's coming to control panel. If it is stopped, you can run the file, and it's like, it look like this, and now you are all okay. We can all do the things whatever we want. So this is my SQL software. This is SQL shell. So I have workbench on taskbar. So I will show you the taskbar. I'm opening it. It's been a while to open the software, so we need to be patient. So you can add your connection using this plus button, and when you click on this, you can come to this window, and you can give a connection name and your root, and password is restored in wallet. So first time you are coming to this software, password is not restored in wallet, so you can get it on here, and give your password, and now you can okay your test connection. You can test connection, and if it is okay, you can okay the connection. And now our connection is added to this this area, and now you can open it. It's opening SQL schema, and come into this window. Now you can see our databases are also in there. You can see our previous web development series database is on there. You can see eShop. So all databases, we can manage our database using this software. So I'm not going to use this software much in this video. So because so when we have to make ER diagrams, we need to use this software. So then I will close this software, and I will show you what is the HeidiSQL. And this is the Navicat. So if we have some Mac computers, we can use this Navicat for MySQL. So I don't access this software, I get that software to show you only. So like this you can see the window. So you can get the Navicat 16 for MySQL if you are using a Mac computer, if it is possible. And I am using my favorite and easy software, it's a HeidiSQL. So we can this is so friendly. I want to show you all of these softwares are friendly, but this is really good. So we can make tables, database really easy with this software. So then I will explain our main part of the video. We have question to do, and I'm using this software to explain it. So now I showed you really important things, what are database, what we can use softwares, what softwares we can use, and now we are going to our main part of the series. So now I am going to open my question. Okay, so our question set 1. So this is our question. So I will explain you the question. If you can't see, I will maximize a little bit if it's possible. Okay. Question set 1. The data of all students and teachers of Pinnaduwa Mahavidyalaya are stored in the books. So they are stored in the books, basically traditionally. So as a result, some data has been destroyed. Yeah. Therefore, principal of the school has decided to enter the data of all students and teachers in the school into computer software. So that's a really good decision, because when we stored our data in our database, it is so safe and it is not destroying at all. So really secured method. So that's a good decision. The software was commissioned by AISoft. So we are AISoft now. We are the software engineers in AISoft. Assume you work as a software engineer for that company, and the part of your assignment is to create a database. To do this, create a database using information below. So we have some information and table to do. We need to store these data into our HeidiSQL. So first question, create a database called SchoolDB to store teachers and student data. So we need to create a database like SchoolDB and store teachers and student data. And you have some 2 questions more. And second question is create a table called student. So to store student data, follow the instructions below to create this table. So you have table name, and table name is student, and also you have column names and data types, and also they give us to lengths. So we need to store these columns: index, first name, last name, gender, contact number, address as a varchar type. So you can see all of things are varchar type, and length is this. So you can see index number length is 10, and first name, last name 45 length, and gender 10, contact number 10 length, and we have 60 more characters for address. So like this, there is a teacher table also. So you can give teacher's register number in first column, and it's also a varchar type, and length is 10, and also first name, last name, gender, and contact number, and we have to give email, and length is 50. So now let's do this thing. I am opening my HeidiSQL. Now you can see this kind of thing. So I choose this DBMS lecture session. So this GIAT session, we do the web development series in this session, and I'm choosing new one to do this. So now your user name is root, and you can also change it if it is possible. So you need to give the password, your memorized password. I previously told you that password. So mix capital and mix lowercase, uppercase and symbols with this password. So it is really secured when you do that. And now I will show you how to make the schema, I mean database. So I right click on this and create new, go to database, and now you need to type the name. So we need to create a database as a SchoolDB. So we school and use underscore and db, and now you can enter this. Your collation is UTF-8 MBV4. Make sure to watch that if it is selected though. If it is not, you can select this, and this is defaulting when our software is downloaded and installed. This automatically sets on your window, and now we can we don't change collation if it is sets, and we are clicking OK, and now we can see our database is created. So we have no tables in this database, so now we need to make the student and teacher tables. So we are right click on this, and now you can see there's an edit thing, so we can edit this table. If we want to change the name or something, we can edit this table, and also we can drop this table, and table is delete forever, so table is deleting permanently. So if we want to get that table, we need to make a new table like this. So we can't restore this like we restore some files in recycle bin. We can't restore this, we need to make that again. So now we need to make a table, so I'm going to create new and make a table, and now you can see this kind of thing. So we need to give a table name like a student, and you don't need to give a comma, you don't need to give a comments, and now you can add the columns. So when I click on this, it add a column, and now you can see the name, index number. We need to select data type and length, unsigned, allow null, zero field, like this. So in this series, in this video, we have to give these columns. So index number, this want to be a primary key, so this is the this is not repeating thing. Index number is not repeating. So if a student has index number like number 1, another student can't get that index number, never they can't get. So index number want to be a primary key, and teacher registration number is the primary key of teacher's table, and student table index number. So now we can make the primary key. I will show you that index number, first name, last name, gender. I'm memorizing it, contact number, address. Okay, now we are going to this thing, and index number, we type index number like that, and you can change this, and we want to set this to varchar data type. So varchar data type is a short term. So long term is varchar is variable plus characters. So we get var from variable and char from characters. So when we sum those two data types, we can get varchar data type. So you can see this definition: a variable length string, m represent the maximum column length in the character. The range of m is 0 to 65,535. So I'm not going to explain you about about this. You can search this varchar and select that kind of data type. And now you need to change the length. We need to set it to on 10, and now we can right click on this and create new index, and you can get a sub menu, and now select primary, and now you can see this tick is disappeared because we can't stay null values in the primary keys. So allow null, we can't allow null in this primary key, so our default is like this. Alright, we need to set the default as no default value, and I want to say this SQL softwares, I mean MySQL, HeidiSQL, all softwares, they have many bugs. So you make some ER diagram and synchronize it or forward engineer it. Our database will not be come to this HeidiSQL. Sometimes it is coming, but sometimes it will be not. So when it doesn't come, you can try it again, and it will be good. And if it is not coming at all, you can manually make the database and add the table and add relationships. Unfortunately, you have to do it. So there is some bugs in this HeidiSQL also. That's just normal thing. So I'm add another column, first name. So first name can be repeat. So So there are students who got same names like this. So this thing can't be primary key, so this is a normal column. So I give this and allow null, and I am adding another one like last name. This is also same, and add another column like what we have, last name, gender, contact number, address. Okay, gender, and we need to give 10, and now I add contact number. Okay, we have 10 numbers in any contact number in Sri Lanka, and add another thing, address. Yeah, address. It is so good when we give 100 length for this column, because we don't know how much long our address, so we can give 100 also. So in this question we need to give 60, so I am giving 60, and I set it like that. Yeah, I will set this on null values, set all of these to null values. Yeah, alright. Now we can, now our table is okay, we have columns are okay. Now we can save it. Now you can see it saves, and you can see like this, and like this we can make our teachers table. I will show you that when we click on this database, and we can create a new table, and teachers, I will type like that, teacher, and now I need to give the teacher registration number. So now we can save it, and it added. Now you can see we have a school database, and we have this student table, and there's things we can add some data for our table, and teachers table we can also add data for the table. So now you can see how we can make database and make tables. So day one question is done successfully. So I think you can understand well about this thing. So alright guys, I think this video give you a bunch of knowledge for database management, first step. So second step, I will bring you another video in my series. So until that, take it easy.